Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Radhika TechHub. In this tutorial, I am going to explain what is component in ReactJs and what are the types of components in ReactJs, how we will declare those components in our components, and combination of components into a application. So ReactJS follows the component based architecture. Is the components contains a reusable code, because in JavaScript we will see that functions where we want to call those function we can call in that code, and if we required more than one time one function we can call where it is required. So same as of like that, these components will be reusable in the code where we required we can call as well like a functions. That's the component is very useful, that's why we said that is a reusable code. And these components are of two types. We are having a functional component and class level component, and also called as the class level is also called as stateful function, and functional component also called as stateless component. Because why we are saying was stateless and stateful, because the class level component contains its own state. We will see in the code like the how it will be used the state in the class level components. In functional component there is no own state. For that state we want to, so in the component we can store the data. So by the state level it contains own state. Then how we will store the data in functional component? You are saying that stateless, it is the question, right? So for storing of data we use the hooks in, and combination of components I am saying. So as of it is example, you can see that component A, component B, and component C and component D all together. If we want one by one slide by one slide, so we contain the one slide code in one component and one slide code in one component. Together we can use as a single application. How does the React will be used the components? We will studio and functional component how to declare. Let's see. I already installed our React project in Visual Studio. If you want to know how to create or how to set up in our React project in Visual Studio, I has been posted the link in the description, in the video description. You can, here I has been already created, right? So I will create first component of class level. So I am taking, see, if I take this a small letter, we will see. Here it is a stateful component, right? If I call this class in this, it will not be imported, right? With the small letters. We'll see the output. See, we will not get the output. Why? Because every component we have to create the name to be starting of capital letter. Now see, we will see the output of that component. So like how this will happen. So when you create the component, only with the capital letter should be a starting letter, and we will see how the class component will be created. So I'm importing React. Export to default. Why export default? So the class when we call there, it has to be display. So while exporting, it will be available. Here you can see the extends keyword of React component. React.component. And we have to declare must and should render. Without render method in the class, it will not work. So I am taking the fragment first, or else you can also take div also. If you won't take like this, if I will write here div, and again I want to take one div, so you will get the error. So it should be whole thing will be in one div or one fragment. It will not happen anything. So the error will be gone. So this is the class component. How the declaration will be, see, state and class name with the extends keyword, and the render to be must and should. Here we have to use this, and after the return, the declaration will be like this. We will see the output first, and after that we will create the component of functional component. So see, class level component has been came, the output will we get. So now we will see how the functional component declaration will be different from class level component and functional component. You can also, the extents will be JS or JSX as your wish. So here you can observe that there is no render method and there is no extents of React component. The difference of this and this. Here we can see the extends React.component, and after that render before the return. Before the return, that is. So in the functional component there is no extents of React.component and there is no render method. That is the difference between stateful and stateless components. Here we can see the output. Before that we have to import in our app.js class. I'm calling here, so we can see the output now. So you can see stateless component. It is the output from our app.js class, and it is the class level, and it is the functional component. And I said one thing also, that stateful component has its own state, right? So I will show that also. So before the render, we we want to declare as a constructor to use that state. So this dot state equals to, I am here using of color, so I am taking the red color, and I want to use that color here. So if you want to use of styling, inline styling, you have to take two curly braces. So without two curly braces you will get the error. So I am using that what has been taken as a color red, that is I am using here, applying. So it containing its own state. So we will see now the color should be, class level component should be in the red color. You can see this is in red color now. So it has its own state. Then how we will use the states in classless component, that is a functional component. So for this, it has been introduced in 16.8 version. From thus onwards we came with the hooks. So before that there is no hooks, and only also one difference is for stateful components we will not be used the hooks. Only for functional component it is useful. So first I have to import that use state. Const I am taking here also color. So we have to set color. It contains two components. One is the default and one is the updation. This is the initial. This is the for updation. It contains the initial and updation. So I am taking initially in the blue color. Okay. This has I am taking in the H1. So here also I will use that same as in the class component. So now you can see the output as in the blue color. Yeah, it is came blue color. So in functional component we can update it easily. So we can take here as a one button. So I am taking here as the button. So as it is came. So when I click, the stateless component should be changed. So we can easily update using of on click. As you all know that in React, in JavaScript also we use the on click or on change functions, same as like here also. So when I click on that, the color should be changed to red color. We use the red color. So on click change to red color. So set color to red color. So we will see that how it will be changed or not. So it is changed. Okay. So this updation will be easy for functional components. See how the state will be updated in class level components. So here also we will take one button. So when I on click here, the updation will be happen like this. So we have to take this dot state. In that directly we can take as a set color. So in this set dot state, after we have to take like this, and here we taken the variable as color. So initially we are taking the color. Now which color do you want to update this? I am taking the pink color. Sorry, I has not taken the set here. So it has been turned into pink color. So how the functional component and class level component difference? The main thing is the in functional component we have to use the hooks for the updation or storing data for anything updating data and on change functionalities, on click functionalities, on submit functionalities. Whenever we do that events we will store or we will get the data from storing. So we will use the hooks to use store and retrieve the data. In class level components has its own state. The representation should be also this dot state, and also we will declare here more any more like name. Here also we taken like this. So objected type also we can declare the states how this will be useful, and at the time of updation we have to call for this as a this dot set state. Here we will declare that initial and updation variables initiality. So we can here declare empty array also we can take, or in the null also. How this is the difference of functional components and class level components. And entire we will be called in the app.js file. If you want to use this component data in another component also we can call like this. I will show here. After this button, first we have to import here. So I am taking another div. So now we will comment here. So you can see now also we will getting output. So like this, as it is called as a functions, like how, where we required that code we will call directly easily the easily functions, like same like that only we call the functions where we required that code. So that it says reusable code, how the components will be reused, how many times you required, those many times you can call that class wherever it is required. This is this video how the difference of components you are seen in this. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel, like me and comment me, and click on the bell icon. It will give the notifications when I posted the new videos for you.